Hello everyone, this is Abhi Bharadwaj and I'm back with lecture series on science. Today I'm going to talk about how weather patterns are changing across the globe, and my focus is going to be Canada because I live here in Canada, and I just want to let you guys know that we are definitely experiencing much more frigid temperature in Canada for last week or so. And just to put it in perspective, just try to understand December 28th, our temperature here in Montreal with wind chill was minus 32 degrees, which is much more colder than what it was on December 28th on Gale crater on Mars. So we are much more colder currently than Mars itself, the planet Mars. When you look at the temperature, for example, on Mount Everest, the average temperature is about minus 32, minus 33. It can go up to minus 60. In summer, it comes back to around average minus 19. So we are definitely as cold as or less colder. I would say the Mount Everest is less colder than Canada also. Especially if you look at the average at Mount Everest. So we are much colder than Mount Everest. Winnipeg is one of the place where we saw minus 53 with wind chill. That was the coldest weather recorded here in Canada this year. Minus 53. So that's much more colder than Mars itself. It's much more colder than Mount Everest average temperature. So you can safely say that Canada is one of the most coldest countries in the world. But coming back to what is happening, why it's happening. So this is all happening because of the global warming. We are seeing much more harsher temperatures now. So if you live in a country which is a warmer country or hot climates, you will see much more hotter summers. And same thing is happening if you live in colder countries. We are seeing much more colder weathers, especially I talked about Canada. There are other countries like Russia, which is one of the coldest countries in the world, also experiencing the same weather patterns. Then Norway, Greenland, all these countries, including Europe, are experiencing much more harsher, colder weathers, much more snowstorms and worse snowstorms, one of the worst snowstorms in our history. And this is all because of the climate change. Similarly, when you look at countries like India, and I would say the countries which are in tropical regions are also experiencing much more harsher summers there. And so the fluctuation of temperature both in summer and winter is becoming harsher and harsher, and this is all happening because of the climate change. One thing I want to show you guys in this video is a little experiment. What happens, for example, to water? What happens to water when it is the temperature outside today is minus 32, and I'm going to show you what happens to water if you throw it out. So you're going to see that experiment, and you'll realize that water turns into condensation right away. So it'll turn into steams instantly, and you're going to see that experiment. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to show you guys what happens. I'm going to show you what happens to the water in the cold. You see, instant condensation. That is what happens when it's minus 32. It goes instantly into condensation mode, as if the clouds are forming right here. So as you saw, what happens to water in minus 32 degree temperature? It instantly turns into steam, and so that's how you can see how colder temperature impacts water. And by the way, all our lakes here are right now frozen in Canada. So most of the lakes in Canada, you can actually drive your car on them because they're all frozen. Thanks for watching.